Hello, how are you? I don't know if you able to see me or not, but that's not even important. That's not even important. Hi! Welcome to July 2018. Yes, this month is a little different. No angel card reading only because, so who knows if only. Everything is changing. The energy is different. I feel something is shifting. And the same thing goes for me. I feel that something in me is transforming, and I let this happen naturally. After all, I'm the water sign, so I go with the flow, and something else got my interest, and that is what's going on in July. And I think we're gonna have many surprises, changes, sudden stops, sudden turns, endings, and beginnings. That's how I would describe actually the second half of 2018. So we have all these 22 energetic changes happening in 2018. And the first half of the year we had many changes, but I think that the major ones will be happening in a second. And boy oh boy, July and August would be the two major players. And we start with July. First of all, happy birthday, Cancer and Leo. Okay, Cancer, water, and Leo, fire sign. So it may be that we're gonna have in July some floods, some fires, some, who knows, maybe even volcano eruptions, conflict, fights, and maybe tsunami, maybe earthquake somewhere, fires. Water, flooding, and fires, that's what I see mostly. Now, we have two eclipses. The first one is the new moon, super new moon, solar eclipse in the sign of Cancer. Now, Cancer is water, emotions, feelings. Also is home, family. So time to change. Look close at your own life and where are you now? Are you happy? That's the major question. So I think it's time for some, and it's ideal for some personal transformation. Let's don't forget the new moon, so this solar eclipse is perfect for the beginnings. So some of us may have an aha moment. Suddenly we have a great idea. We're starting maybe some great project. Who knows, you know, that bulb may go on. So when the solar eclipse happens, the new moon, you know, when we have the moon directly between the earth and sun, so that's where the solar eclipse is. So it's a blackout. Blackout, we can see the light is off. So we start to look inside, or we stumble on something unknown. Something that we wouldn't consider before, something that maybe even was close to us, but we didn't see. We didn't notice. Okay? So what signs are mostly affected? Maybe, of course, Cancer, because it's in a sign of Cancer, but an especially powerful solar eclipse, because let's don't forget that we have this new moon, but Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this should be really moving emotionally, our feelings, how we feel about things, our home, family. Boy, signs, cardinal signs should be affected mostly. Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and of course, like I said, Cancer. Now, I feel this feminine energy because that's what Cancer and the moon is, okay? Our intuition. Also in men, they feminine side. Mothers may play major role somehow at this time. Intuition, vision, sensitivity, care, empathy, okay? Also parents, children, marriages, relationships, friends. Somewhere here we may experience some emotions about, these areas. It's interesting that Cancer's days are Monday and Thursdays, and July 12 happens on Thursday. So this may be really a very interesting time. Now, full moon and lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse in Aquarius happens on July 27th. And we're talking endings. That's what full moon is. That's what lunar eclipse is. We may also be shown very clearly what we don't want anymore, what we have enough of, what we want to finish, what we want to end. Something again that we couldn't see before, or we did, but somehow still it was not that last straw that broke the camel's back. Now it may be obvious and very clear. You see, Aquarius means big picture, but also thinking, analyzing, logic. Uranus is freedom and independence, innovation, originality, sudden changes, rebellion, okay? So, because it's electric, it may bring some sudden, intuitive flashes of knowing, feeling of something. Wow, now I understand. So mostly affected should be, of course, Aquarius and the other fixed signs like Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. And I think these signs will feel strongly because in August we have another partial solar eclipse in the sign of Leo. So again, these fixed signs will be affected: Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. So that's interesting because these signs, fixed signs, are stubborn. They're not really into change, like, hey, I'm gonna change it right away, and boy, I'm gonna forget what I was thinking before and what I was doing. Hey, let's move on, let's transform. Not necessarily. So this may bring really many finalities. Now, how the planet's doing, because this is important too at this point. So Jupiter goes direct on the 10th of July. And Jupiter is expansion, good luck. So whatever is in your sign, you may go to that video of mine that I'm talking about this area may be now really highlighted, okay? It gives us more power. Now, new moon, solar eclipse on 11 and 12, that depends, but of course it's gonna last a lot longer. Then we have a Mercury retrograde, July 26th. And right after the full moon lunar eclipse, 27, 28, depends where you are. So there is so much going on. Remember, Mercury when retrogrades really ask you to rethink, redo, revisit, but also miscommunication, a missed point, plans that may not work out the way we wanted. We avoid buying something big like car and other expensive equipment. Also signing contracts. Read the little print really well if you really have to sign something. 5 planets retrograde in July. 5 of them. What that means is that is just like I would have my rose color glasses, which I don't. I have only sunglasses. And I just take them off. And suddenly I can see clearly. Boy, I actually went through this a couple years ago when 5 planets was retrograding, and I experienced on my own that suddenly everything was so clear, everything was so obvious. I had no more questions. I said, oh my God, finally. I see for what it is, my friends, my life, my everything. So that's exactly what's going to happen in July, my dear ones. Besides the eclipses, the 5 planets retrograde. So let me look. Saturn is retrograding since April 17 and will be until September 6, 2018. So, hey, evaluation of relationships, goals, responsibilities, revisiting some areas, okay? How we doing? What's our structure, the structure in our life? Now, Pluto is retrograding since April 22nd and until September 30th this year. And that's the sign of change and transformation. The question is, how are you doing in this area? What's up? Neptune retrogrades from June 18 until November of 2018. So in focus spirituality, vision, need for tranquility, balance, okay, and the magic. How about that? Do you believe in magic? What is your belief system? Mars retrogrades since June 26th until August 27 this year, and says, okay, it's no time to charge forward and go on with your big plans. It's time to travel and go within. Okay? Who are you? What's good for you? Are you happy? Are you sure that's the right direction where you're going? Where are you going anyway? Who are you? So all this question needs to be answered. And then we have Mercury that will start on July 26th until August 19, 2018. So again, revisiting past and see, paying attention of what's going on now. Redoing, rethinking, reanalyzing. And I have to add that Uranus goes retrograde on August 7 until January 6 of 2019. And that means that's the eclipse in August. That will be time to focus on our freedom. That's what we're gonna feel deeply. Are we free to do whatever we want to do? Are we independent? Are we free to be fulfilled, happy, and enjoy this life? Or something is holding us back? And if that's the case, what is it? So as you can see, the second half of 2018 already foretells many changes, transformation. I think on an individual level and globally. We're gonna go through many changes and a big transformation. And I think this is even more important than reading for every sign. Because it's time, as Aquarius says, it's time to see the big picture, okay? The big picture. Where are you going? Who are you? Are you happy? What's your belief system? What you believe is possible and what you think it's not, because you are creating your own reality. If you don't believe you can spread your wings and fly, then you never will. If you don't believe you can achieve something, you never will. So, seeing yourself in this big picture will really help you to discover who you are and what's your destiny in this world. Where are you going? Do you want to keep going where you're going? To be where you are, to do what you are doing, to be whom you spending time with, etc. Or you need to change, and sometimes a drastic change. Complete 180 degrees change, it's okay. This is the universal year number 11, the master number. Go back to my video when I'm talking about January and the whole 2018 and the dog year, because that's exactly what he's calling for in the second half of the year, big time. So I wish you a wonderful July. I'm gonna be in Europe. It's my vacation time. So if you're traveling, if you're doing anything, have an open mind, experience something new, go to a place that you've never been before. Just go for it. Have a wonderful month. And until next time.